What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Zeb, and I am the proud pastor and founder of the Rehab Christian Center. Listen, this message in this video is twofold. One, let me thank you for all of your support for us during the COVID season that we've been experiencing. We're still not back in the building, but I can't say thank you enough to all of our members and to all of our partners near and far who have been instrumental in partnering with us and helping to engage with us and also helping to sow into our ministry on a consistent basis so that we can continue to do ministry the way we do it. So I'm grateful to you. I am certainly praying that the messages, that the ministry, that the teachings have been impactful to you in your life. I'm grateful and so grateful for all that you've done for us over this last 6-7 months. Because of your giving, we have been positioned now to go ahead and do some upgrades and some renovations to our equipment here in the building to prepare for a return back to the building. Don't know when we're coming back, but I do know that we're going to be coming back, and hopefully soon. And so we're working on some sound things and video things. We want to continue to bring this experience to you in both an in-person and virtual space. And so I'm grateful for your giving. It has made that possible, and I simply can't say thank you enough. Now, I want to challenge you. Here's the second reason. We are looking at this building and thinking about whether or not we're going to continue our journey here, if we're going to purchase this space, or if we're going to look to purchase and move on to another space. And so I'm here to introduce our capital campaign. I want to challenge you every single first Sunday, starting in December, to consider planting a $99 seed into our ministry. That's for members, that's for visitors, that's for people who frequent our ministry, who are not members, but they really enjoy the ministry that takes place here. I want to challenge you to sow a $99 seed every first Sunday. One of the things that we want to do is we want to show the banks and we want to show potential lenders that we are prepared for this next phase of ministry that God has us. And so I'm grateful. We'll be celebrating 8 years next August if the Lord wills us. And I want to position us to occupy the land. It might be this land, it might be another land, but I want to position us to occupy the land. And so you should see our mediums of giving on the screen right now. I want to challenge you every first Sunday, starting in December, to plant a $99 seed into this ministry. If this ministry has been a blessing to you, I want to challenge you to do it. If you're a member of this church, I absolutely am expecting you to continue to sow and plant into your ministry. And I promise you, God's going to bless you. How? Good measure, pressed down, shaking together, running over. He's going to send people to be a blessing to you because of how you blessed us. All right. And so don't forget the capital campaign. You have been challenged, and I'm grateful for what God's going to do because of your giving. Listen, I love you. I'm praying for you and your family. Peace and blessings. Good morning, everybody. What's up? It's Dr. Zeb, and it's so good to see you on this great Easter Resurrection Sunday, and certainly praying that you are doing well and delighted to have you with us this morning. Still in the virtual space. I know on Easter it sucks to be online on Easter, but certainly I'm praying that your Easter Sunday is an amazing one, and I know it will be an amazing Sunday. And so if we learned anything from COVID throughout the last year, we learned that God is still wherever we are. And so I want you to be encouraged today. Pastor certainly misses, there are certain Sundays where he really misses being in a building. And today is one of those Sundays, but certainly praying for you. Listen, it's good to see you virtually. Let's get the number moving. I want to walk through the program quickly so that I can get right into this message and then allow you to go and enjoy the rest of your Easter Resurrection Sunday in whatever capacity you want to enjoy it. So do me a favor. I want you to hit that @ symbol now. Let's start inviting people. We're going to walk through the mediums really quickly, get through the declaration, and then I want us to get going this morning. Good morning, Facebook, to you. It's good to see you virtually, and certainly praying that you are having a fantastic Sunday morning. Do me a favor. If you're in the comment line, make sure you say good morning to everyone that is there. Make sure you hit that like button and either hit like or hold it down and turn it to a love And then I want you to tag 5 people on your Facebook friends list and invite them to tune in. Would you do that? I want you to hit that @ symbol and invite 5 people and tell them to tune in this morning. This is going to be a very powerful lesson that I'm going to teach you, and I can't wait to get into it. And it's so good to see you, Facebook, and thank you so much for your support. Instagram, good morning to you. Good to see you virtually this morning. Would you do me a favor, fill it up with hearts, let me know you're tuned in. And then also, I want you to make sure you like this video. This is very important. I want you to like this video and then hit that @ symbol Instagram and tag 5 people and invite them to church on this morning. Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday. Invite 5 people and tell them to tune in this morning. I've got a very powerful word for you that I'm going to share with you and teach you. And I believe it's going to bless you in a tremendous way. All right. Did you hit that @ symbol? Tag 5 people quickly and tell them to tune in. All right. Do that for me. Thank you so much. Come on. I want to see hearts flying up the screen. If you're on Instagram, thank you. And let me know that you're tuned in. Twitter, Periscope, YouTube, good morning to you. It's good to see you virtually. If you are not following us on YouTube, make sure you do so. Subscribe to our channel. You can find us at TheREHABCC. All you got to do is go to YouTube at TheREHABCC on YouTube, and you can tune in and you can check out not only just this broadcast, but you can check out an archive of all of our messages, especially since we've been in this virtual space. And so do that now. If you're not subscribed to us on YouTube, go do that right now. It'll bless you. But good morning, YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do me a favor, make sure you say good morning in that chat box. And then also, I want you to invite 5 people, tag 5 people, tell them to tune in this morning, this great Easter Resurrection Sunday. Tell somebody to tune in this morning for a very powerful message that I'm going to teach you. And I'm excited to teach it. And I hope you're excited to be here this morning as well. All right, I've gone through the networks. I want to give you 40 seconds quickly to tag somebody, to like this video, to share this video, to tag 5 people, tell them to tune in, to get up if they're not already up, and to tune in for what will be a very powerful word. And I cannot wait to share it with you. And I just need you to invite somebody to church. Would you do that? Invite somebody to virtual church, that is. Would you do that this morning? And I promise you it's going to be a blessing in a tremendous way. While you're tagging, don't forget, today is Super Sunday. It is Super Sunday, and every Super Sunday, we always give a $99 capital campaign seed. And God has really used so many of you to be a blessing to us during this last year that we've been in this virtual space. And I'm so very grateful for that. And so certainly I want to challenge all of you today to participate in the capital campaign, to remember, of course, your tithes and offering as you always do, but to participate in the capital campaign. And I promise you, God will be a blessing to you. But it's so good to see you this morning in whatever capacity that you're in, whatever format that you're in, whatever network that you're on. It's good to see you virtually. And again, happy Easter, happy Resurrection Sunday, happy all of that to you today. And it's good to be with you. And so grateful that you tuned in. Have you invited somebody? You all have not invited anybody. I need you to invite somebody to church. Pastor's got to get his voice together this morning. I need you to invite somebody to church this morning and tell them to tune in. And I promise you, this is going to be a powerful message. I am excited to teach it. It is so Easter appropriate. And I want to challenge you today to give. I want to challenge you today to tune in, to sow, to embrace this word, to be empowered by this word. And I promise you, God's going to bless you in a tremendous way. We absolutely believe that. And again, just so grateful that you tuned in on all Sundays, this Sunday, that you tuned in to hear this word and to be blessed by it. Listen, let's go through the declaration. All right. Pastor's doing it this morning. Let's go through the declaration. And I'm excited to go through this. I've said this many times before. I'll say it again. Especially, I think Instagram is the only network that cannot see the declaration on screen. But every other network we have, you should be able to see it on the screen. But we go through the declaration because I truly believe that there is great power connected to your words. And there's great power connected to the things that you say. And the things that you say actually become the things that you see. I'm going to say that again. The things that you say actually become the things that you see. So this is why it's incredibly important that we are mindful of the words that we speak. And so this declaration was created years ago. The reason I created it is because we've always used this as a means of setting the things that we intend to see.
And so I want you to repeat this declaration with me. I'm going to say it slow. I'm going to pause to give you a chance to repeat after me. But I want you to repeat this declaration with me because you are just setting the atmosphere for what God is going to do in your life, not only just this morning, but for the rest of this week and for the rest of your life. I believe that there is true power, life and power in death through your words. And so I want you to say these words with me. We're going to walk through the declaration and then we're going to get right into the word on this great Easter Sunday morning. All right, let's do it. Let's start with restore. Restore. Repeat with me or after me. We declare that everything that is broken, lost, hurt, or destroyed that belongs to us and has been designed by God is restored. My faith is restored. My joy is restored. My mind is restored. Even my lost time is restored. I am no longer broken. The fact that I'm alive means I have another chance. My faith has restored me. And right now, His love is making me whole. Evangelize. We declare that God helped us so we can help somebody else. He loved me when I was unlovable. He changed me when I was a mess. His love lifted me when I was down. I'm not perfect, but I'm free. And anything that came for me can't keep me. Because I'm free, my circle is next. My family is saved. My friends are blessed. My plans are successful. My goals are ahead of schedule. And anything connected to me is blessed, just like me. Hope. We declare that everything that is missing is not lost. In Jesus, I have hope. And this hope makes me confident. It doesn't matter what happens to me or around me. I'm going to win. My relationships are winning. My goals are winning. My family is winning. My neighbor is winning. This city will win. And my row has the victory. My past is defeated, and my future is brighter today than it was yesterday. Alternatives. We declare that God made us different. I'm a royal child, the light of the world, the hope of my city. I respect the past, but I don't look like what I've been through. I love the church, and my life is balanced. I love coming to church, but I like flights, boats, and vacations. My whole life is blessed. I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. I am a lender, not a borrower. And every place I go belongs to me. Breakthrough. We declare that God has a breakthrough with our name on it. I have some challenges, but I am not defeated. No weapon formed against me can prosper. And I know that all things are working for my good. Things are not breaking down. They are about to break through. There is a breakthrough in my career. There is a breakthrough in my home. There is a breakthrough in my health. There is a breakthrough in my finances. I am here on purpose, for a purpose, and everything that went wrong is getting ready to turn around. Did you say that declaration with me this morning? Did you repeat that with me? Did it resonate hopefully in your spirit this morning? If you did, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to type in the comments right now, it's already done. We've been doing this all 2021. We've been really walking heavy in manifestation and expecting things to happen in our lives. So if you said any parts of that declaration, I want you to type in the comments right now. It's already done. It's already done. Everything you're believing for, everything that you're hoping for, let Jesus's resurrection from the grave be proof that all things are possible, that everything, even concerning your life, is possible. It's already done. Would you type it in the comments now? It's already done. God's already doing it. He's already done it. He's already made things happen on your behalf. And all you have to do now is simply believe that it's done and walk as if you have it. Walk as if you're healed. Walk as if you're free. Walk as if the career has already manifested. You have to walk in these things and watch God begin to move on your behalf. It's already done, saints. It's already done. God's doing some great things in your life, and I want you to be encouraged. You cannot pay attention to the noise. You've got to pay attention to your future. You cannot pay attention to the noise. You've got to pay attention to your future. And if you do that, I'm here to tell you, God is going to do exactly what he said he's going to do. Listen, let's get into the word. I want to get into the word this morning. I am talking from the subject, it's not too late to live. All right. It's not too late to live. That's what I'm going to talk about this morning, this great Easter Sunday morning. And I'm so grateful, so tickled to be here with you this morning. Again, if you have not already hit that @ symbol, tag 5 people, then after you do that, I want you to type in the comments now, it's not too late to live. Somebody needs to see the notes. They're driving. They can't hear everything. Somebody's watching the replay and they need to see the notes that are being subscribed. I want you to put in the comments now, it's not too late to live. It's not too late to live. That's what we're going to deal with today. And I'm reading one verse from Matthew 28, verse number 6. St. Matthew chapter 28, verse number 6. It's not too late to live. This is not just Super Sunday because it's first Sunday. Super Sunday because Jesus did something miraculous for us in that when he got up from the grave, he was proof that it's never too late for you to live. And I'm going to make some real good sense to you in a way that really came to me a few days ago. And I cannot wait to share this with you. All right. It's not too late to live. This is going to be a powerful message. And you're going to be able to draw a parallel between what Jesus did for us against what you can do in your own life. It's going to be powerful. And I'm ready to share it. All right. St. Matthew chapter 28, verse number 6. I'm in the New Living Translation on this great Super Sunday. It's not too late to live. That's where we are. St. Matthew chapter 28, verse 6, New Living Translation. And let's see what it says. New Living Translation, verse number 6 says this. He isn't here. He is risen from the dead, just as he said would happen. Come see where his body was lying. I want to read it again. Verse number 6, St. Matthew chapter 28, verse 6. He isn't here. He is risen from the dead, just as he said would happen. Come see where his body was lying. This is important because this whole verse is written in the past tense, right? The whole verse is written in the past tense. And this is the same approach you have to take for your life. Now, I want to start off by saying this. And this is the first note I want you to record. We have to learn how to dictate the outcome of our circumstances. All right. I want you to record this. We have to learn how to dictate the outcome of our circumstances. Whether you realize it or not, you have the power of life and death connected to everything you say. Connected to everything you say. is the power of life. It is the power of death. Connected to everything you say is the power of life and death. We possess that power, and you should never underestimate the power that you have. Words have life. Words have life. Words have significance. Words have meaning, and how you live will be impacted by what you say. All right? I want to say that again. Words have life, and how you live will be impacted by what you say, which is why you have to be incredibly careful by the things that you say, or about the things that you say, or the things that you speak over your life, or even better than that, you have to be careful about the things that you allow other people to speak over your life. This is incredibly important because words have life. And because these words have life, your life and how you live will be impacted, whether you believe it or not, whether you understand it fully or not, because it's greater even than your understanding. Whether you understand it or not, what you say will have an impact on how you live. There are a lot of people right now that don't understand this concept of words, and and the power behind their words, and don't even realize that when they say things like, I don't feel good, and they really don't feel all the way bad. They just feel a little bad, but they just say, I just feel terrible. When you say things like that, people don't even realize that you are putting into motion this idea and this thing that you're going to feel terrible. And sometimes you can take feeling just a little bad to the extreme by saying things like, I feel terrible, right? Because your words have life. They do. And so your situation, and this is critically important, your situation should never dictate your words. Your words should influence your situation. I want y'all to remember this. This is good. Your situation should never dictate your words. In other words, your circumstance should never dictate the things you say. What you say should dictate your circumstances. Your situation should never dictate your words. Your words have the power to influence your situation. And so that means it doesn't matter really for real what you are in or what you are in the middle of. You don't start talking according to what you're in. You start talking according to what you want to be in. You don't start talking according to where you are. You start talking according to where you see yourself going. This is so important because our words have the ability to dictate our circumstance. They have the ability to dictate our situation. And so we've got to change the way we approach how we speak, because it is so common for all of us, really. It is so common for all of us to allow the things that we say to be predicated on what we see. It is so common for all of us to allow the things that we say that in turn impact how we feel to be predicated on what we see. But what we have to realize is, regardless of what we see in the physical realm, what you say has the ability to change what you see. And so you've got to let this thing operate in reverse. We don't speak based on what we see. We speak to change what we see. Is this making sense? We don't speak based on what we see. We speak in order to change what we say, right? We don't say things based on what we are in. We say things to influence what we are in, because we recognize that the words we say have the ability to influence our situation. And many of us are being pulled instead of doing the pulling. I hope this is making sense. Many of us in our lives are being pulled by circumstances instead of us doing the pulling, realizing that our words have the ability to create our thoughts and our emotions that will then pull our circumstances. You don't have to be pulled by your circumstances. You can pull your circumstances, right? You don't have to be pulled by any situation that you're in. Health, wellness, career, relationship, whatever. You don't have to be pulled by any situation that you're in. You have the ability to use your words to go from being pulled to doing the pulling. And this is what I'm getting at this morning. Some people are simply stuck in their lives because they are saying the wrong things or they're saying nothing at all. Some people are literally stuck right now in their lives because they're either A, saying the wrong things, right? They're being pulled by their circumstances, or they ain't saying nothing at all. Some people walking around in silence, not even exercising the power that they have in their mouths to be able to dictate their circumstances, which is why probably if we were in the building this morning and I was teaching this message, by this time, we would be saying some things out loud. Why? Because quiet mouths don't get fed. Quiet mouths don't get fed. Quiet mouths don't see manifested promises. Quiet mouths don't see manifested expectations. And so I hate to break the news to you, but many of you just aren't being fed because either you're saying the wrong things or you ain't even opening your mouth and saying nothing at all. And so you cannot walk around silent and expect things to change for you. You cannot walk around silent and expect things to happen for you. You have to exercise the ability to speak things in your life and watch the things that you speak begin to happen. All right. So either you can't say the wrong things or you can't walk around not saying nothing at all. You have to be able to understand that your words have the power to dictate your circumstances. Stop being pulled by life and start pulling your life. Are y'all listening to me? Stop being pulled by your career issues and start pulling your career issues. Stop being pulled by your health and your health conditions and start pulling your health conditions. Stop being pulled by bad relationships and start pulling those relationships. How do you do it? You do it by changing your words. You do it by the things that you say. And again, you can't be quiet in this season. One of the things that I do, I think that probably scares some people sometimes. I went out to dinner Friday. I'm sitting at the table. I was reading a book, waiting on my food. And I was just sitting there just talking to myself. And I know some people that were sitting a few tables behind me was looking at me like, what is really wrong with this dude? Let me tell you something. Some of the conversations that I have with myself are just so powerful. I talk to myself probably more than I talk to anybody. And I mean that. And what am I saying to myself? I am reminding myself of certain things. I am engaged in conversations with myself about certain situations and circumstances. Why? Because quiet mouths don't get fed. Quiet mouths don't see manifested promises. Quiet mouths don't see manifested expectations. You've got to position yourself to open your mouth. And you have to make sure that when you open your mouth, you say the right things so that you begin to let into your life everything that you expect. All right. Now, here's another point that I want you to record. I want you to record it now. You ready? When your faith is right in anything, you have the authority to shoot your shot. I'm going to make this make sense. When your faith is right in anything, I don't care what it is, in anything in your life, when your faith is right, you have the authority to shoot your shot. I'm going to explain this in just a second. I saw this text in a way, and I've been preaching this message for eons, on Easter for years. And I saw something in this that I never saw before. And that's how it works when you study. When your faith is right in anything, you have the authority to shoot your shot. This is going to help you, and this is going to help your life. And this is going to position you to start living. Y'all tag 5 people yet? Make sure you tag them. Come on, hurry up and tag them. I've only probably got about 20, 25 more minutes. Hurry up and tag them. All right. When your faith is right in anything, you have the authority to shoot your shot. Pastor, what you talking about shooting your shot on Easter? And what that got to do with Jesus? It's real simple. If you would recall in the story, Jesus told everybody what he was going to do before he did it. Some of y'all missing this. If you would just go back into the previous chapter, Jesus literally told everybody what he was going to do before he did it. He said, listen, they coming for me. I'm going to go away, but I'll be back. I know this don't make a lot of sense to y'all. But in the meantime, when I go and come back, what's going to come back to you is a comforter, and you're going to be all good. And the disciples was looking like, what in the world is this dude talking about? And what they didn't even realize, I'm just teaching this in English so you get it. What they didn't even realize is Jesus had already shot his shot. Jesus told them what was going to happen before it happened. Guess what, y'all? You never heard Easter preached like this, have you? Guess what, y'all? You have the ability to shoot your shot with anything in your life when you really believe it's going to happen. When you believe what you know, your language shifts from the past to the future. I'm going to say this again. When you believe what you know, your language shifts from the past to the future. Jesus shot his shot because he already knew what was going to happen. He told them what he was going to do before he did it. And I'm here to tell you, you have the same authority in your life. You can't shoot your shot when you ain't got no confidence. You can't shoot your shot when you don't really believe in the things that you desire for your life. You can't shoot your shot if you don't really believe you're already healed. You can't do it. See, and where people mess up in shooting their shot is they try to shoot their shot and they ain't got no confidence. Listen, I used to play basketball, wasn't that great of a player, did okay. Let me tell you something. You can never underestimate in sports the power of confidence. All right, I don't know if y'all watched the Final Four or watch Final Four this weekend, but last night UCLA almost beat Gonzaga, and they should have beat them. UCLA should have beat Gonzaga last night. But let me tell you something. UCLA is not as good of a team as Gonzaga is. The reason why that game went to overtime and Gonzaga won that buzzer beater was because UCLA played with confidence. Let me tell you something. When you play in your life with confidence, you can make some stuff happen. And some of y'all trying to shoot your shot and you ain't got no confidence. Some of y'all trying to shoot your shot, you ain't got no self-esteem. Some of y'all trying to shoot your shot, you don't really believe in yourself. You don't even really believe in your abilities. And I'm just telling you, you can speak positive over your life all you want to, but until you believe it, it ain't gonna happen. Are y'all listening to me? See, Jesus shot his shot and said, listen, I'm about to go away, but I'm gonna be back. And when I come back, it's gonna be a little different, but I'm telling y'all what's gonna happen, and don't y'all worry. And then these events start happening. Then they come and grab him, they'll arrest him and they put him on trial. They do all of these things, and it starts making sense after the fact. And then Jesus tells them in Matthew 28, verse 6, listen, the disciples, Mary Magdalene, the two Marys go back and say, listen, he ain't here. Come see where they laid him at. But the crazy thing is Jesus told him he was going to do it. And you have the same authority. You have the ability to speak into your future when you learn to change your language. You got to change your language. See, I be manifesting crazy stuff in my life and seeing crazy things happen in my life. Not because I'm just some special guy. Well, I'm kind of special, but not because I'm just some special guy, but because when I say stuff, I really believe it. Like, we did the vision board exercise earlier in January and had two powerful friends of the ministry do it early in January. And some of y'all just see that as an exercise, like, coloring a picture or something. I take that exercise very seriously because everything that I put out on paper, that I put before me in my mind as a thought that then becomes a belief that then translates through emotion, I expect that stuff to happen. And I don't know about y'all, I've been checking stuff off my list. I don't know what you've been checking off your list this year, but I've been checking some stuff off my list, and slowly but surely, some stuff is being checked off. So I'm saying to you, you have the ability to speak into your future. You have the authority to shoot your shot when you really believe it. All right, come on. I want you to put in the comments right now, I'm getting ready to shoot my shot. I ain't talking about getting in nobody's DMs. I'm not talking about that. I ain't talking about getting after nobody. I'm talking about your life. I'm talking about your future. Come on, put in the comments. I'm getting ready to shoot my shot. And listen, if you're going to go to the line and shoot, you got to shoot with confidence. You got to shoot believing that you know it's already done. You got to shoot knowing that it's going to happen for you. You got to shoot knowing that you're not about to put up an air ball. You got to shoot knowing that you have the ability to literally call things in your life that are not moving as if they are already moving. If Jesus called his shot and got up out of a grave, what makes you think you can't change your situation? I'm going to say it again for those of y'all that want to huck and buck and speak in tongues this morning. If Jesus had the ability to call his shot and get up out of a grave, what makes you think you don't have the ability to call your shot and change your life? What makes you think you don't have the ability to call your shot, to shoot your shot and change your situation? You absolutely have the ability to do the same thing, and if not the same thing, even more. And so this is where I need you to be this week. I need you to start shooting your shot. Think about the stuff in your life that you don't like. Put in your mind what it is that you know is possible, and then start speaking it. Yeah, I ain't got no money right now, but watch y'all. This credit score about to jump up by 40 points, and my finances are about to change. And this dream job situation, this dream business is about to open up for me. And things are literally getting ready to turn. Start shooting your shot. When you start doing that, you start to see things change for you. You start to see things feel better for you. You've got to shoot your shot. Pastor shooting his shot this week. There's a list of stuff that pastor needs to see moving right now. I'm tired of waiting. I know I ain't supposed to be preaching that and teaching that, but I'm tired. Pastor tired of waiting. It's some stuff that I want to see. And you got to position yourself to shoot your shot. And when you do, shoot it with confidence. Shoot it knowing that things are about to move for you, and watch things start moving. Now, I want to give you this Resurrection Sunday, this Easter Sunday. I want to give you 3 benefits of being in the grave, because here's the reality. I'm going to give you 3 benefits of being in the grave. And I'm laughing. I'm thinking about people like Elder Misty and some folk that I know are tuned in right now, that if we was in church, y'all be running around at this point, because pastor might be hollering a little bit right here. But I'm going to give you 3 benefits of being in the grave, because here's the reality. It's hard to shoot a shot, be positioned to shoot a shot, unless you're in a grave. Unless you are in a grave. And I don't want to get into the benefits yet, but listen, sometimes God puts you in a grave so that you're positioned to shoot. And we thought the grave was the ending place, but it's really not. The grave is the place where you have to be positioned in order to shoot your shot. See, many of you want to shoot your shot on your future, but then you don't want to go through a hard time. Many of you want to shoot your shot regarding your finances, but you don't want to go through a hard season. Many of you want to shoot your shot regarding the relationships you desire, but you don't want to go through a bad relationship. See, you have to be positioned in the grave in order to shoot your shot. And many of you, I hate to put this to you, you're in a grave right now on purpose. The grave that you're in your life right now is a purposeful grave. You're in there on purpose. And God got you in there to see if you're willing to shoot your shot, even when the circumstances don't look like what you thought they would, even when the conditions don't feel as great as you would have imagined. Remember, our word should not be influenced by our circumstance. We influence our circumstance with our words. All right. So I'm going to give you 3 benefits of being in the grave, and then I'm done. On this great Easter, you'll be out in time. If you want to go catch a church that's open, you can go do that. Throw your mask on, do it. You can go catch your brunch. You're going to be great, out in great time. But I want to give you these 3 benefits, and it's going to bless you in a tremendous way. I need you to hear me spiritually. All right. Listen to me spiritually. Benefit number 1. You cannot grow until you have first been planted. You cannot grow. The first benefit of being in the grave. You cannot grow until you have first been planted. You cannot grow until you have first been planted. Listen to me, and I don't want you to miss this point. Never confuse a grave with a flower pot. Never confuse a grave with a flower pot. Y'all not listening to me. Never confuse a grave with a flower pot. Some of you are confusing a grave with a flower pot. They both look the same. They're both submerged under dirt. But here's the difference. A grave is final. A flower pot is the beginning of a process. We in rehab, they be shouting right there. That would probably be enough for some of them to start shouting. Are you listening to me? You may feel like your life is underground, but blame it on the process. You may feel like your life is submerged under a bunch of dirt, but blame it on the process. You ain't dead. You're in a flower pot. You're in a flower pot. If you want anything significant for your life, you have to be willing to go under the dirt sometimes. Yep, can't stand your job, don't like your career. People get on your nerves with that job. You've been trying to find something, you can't find nothing. You wondering why you can't find nothing. You've been applying for stuff. You more than qualified for the stuff you apply for. You overqualified, but nobody's calling you. It's because you're in a flower pot. You ain't in a grave. You ain't going to die on that job. It's going to change. But it's because you're in a flower pot. You have not been buried. You've been planted. God has planted you right there. And he's taking you through a process that's not going to cover you and kill you, but that's going to grow you and bloom you. You ain't dead. You're just in a flower pot. And anything significant, if you want anything significant for your life, listen to me. When a seed goes underground, if you want anything significant in your life, it first has to feel suffocated before it grows. It first has to feel suffocated before it grows. Some of you don't even realize that, but that dream career that you want, and right now you're on that raggedy job you can't stand, it's just your career is just being suffocated right now. It's okay. It's okay. Seeds have to be suffocated underground before they can grow. They have to be submerged and covered completely before they can bloom and blossom. And so what you think is trying to choke you is really trying to give you life. What you think is really trying to choke you, is trying to suffocate you, is really trying to give you life. And all I'm saying to you is, don't confuse the two. The dirt that is on you is not choking you or suffocating you. Let me tell you what it's doing. It's covering you and it's preparing you. Don't you forget this on this great Easter Resurrection Sunday. The dirt that's on your life is not choking you. The dirt that is over your life is not suffocating you. What it's doing is it's covering you. In other words, it's protecting you. And the second thing that it's doing is it's preparing you. Because there are some dirty seasons you sometimes have to go through to protect you from things that could be worse than what you're going through. Watch this, but to also prepare you for the better things that are coming ahead. You are not being suffocated. You are not being choked. You are being covered and you're being prepared. I want you to put it in the comments. I'm done with benefit one. Put it in the comments right now. I'm being covered and prepared. I'm being covered and prepared. This dirty situation I'm in is not choking me. This dirty situation that I'm in is not suffocating me. This dirty situation that I'm in is not trying to bury me. It feels like it. Because let me tell you, let's just keep it 100. When you go through so much, sometimes you can feel like, ever heard somebody say, it feels like the walls are caving in on me? All they're talking about is suffocation, right? When you say you feel like the walls are covering you and coming down on you, you're expressing an idea of suffocation. Here's the problem. You ain't being suffocated. You're being covered. Sometimes life and the dirt that comes in life comes to cover you so that it can prepare you for what's about to happen. You are not choking, my friend. You are not suffocating, my friend. God's using the dirt to cover you, and he's using the dirt to prepare you. I'm here to tell you, you ain't gonna die in the dirt. You're going to grow through it. Put it in the comments now. I'm not going to die in this. I'm going to grow through it. Come on. Come on. I'm not going to die in this. I've given y'all 7, 8 reasons to shout already. And you ought to be in your living room shouting. I'm not going to die in this. I'm going to grow through it. I'm not going to die in the dirt. I'm going to grow in the dirt. I'm not going to die in the dirt, but the dirt is going to help me grow. Come on. I don't see y'all typing. I hope you shouting or just happy or something, or texting somebody or inviting somebody to church. Come on. I'm not going to die in this. I'm going to grow through it. That has to be the perspective that you take when it comes to the situations that you are in. You cannot grow until you first been planted. You cannot confuse a grave with a flower pot. Graves and flower pots are not the same. And you are not in a grave, my friend. Things are hard. You're not in a grave. Things are rough. You're not in a grave. Things are lonely. You're not in a grave. Things are confusing. You're not in a grave. What you are in is a dark place called a flower pot. And God has you submerged under the dirt, but he's about to prepare you to rise again. Are y'all listening to me? You ain't going to die in this. I don't care what it is. You're not going to die in it. You're going to grow through it. Benefit number 2. Here's the second benefit of being in a grave. All right, y'all invited 5 people? Yeah, you better hurry because we're almost done. The second benefit to being in a grave is this. The greatest miracles are produced in darkness. The greatest miracles are produced in darkness. Not in the light, not in front of everybody, not so that everybody can see it. But some of the greatest miracles that I know are produced in darkness. See, dark places are really the home of new creation. And sometimes God has to take you through a season of great darkness so that he can create the best out of you. You thought that the flower pot, the perceived grave, was this dark place that was going to kill you. But it's really the place where creation happens. Think about it. God looks at the earth that is null and void and dark and nothing's there. He speaks into darkness and creates what we have. When a woman is impregnated, the darkest place in her body is her womb. It's dark in there. And when seed connects in a dark womb, it plants and creates a human body. It happens in the dark. When a photo needs to be developed, the contrast of light that you see when you snap it has to contrast with darkness so that the darkness offsets the light and makes the light more visible. This is why old school photographers would do camera rolls on films and then roll the films out and put it in a dark room. Because the dark room helps to illuminate what was captured in the light. Listen to me. The greatest miracles of your life will be produced in some of the darkest seasons of your life. I want to say this to you, and I want to speak this over your life right now. Stop running from your dark seasons. I want you to embrace the dark season that you feel like you're in, and I need you to change your perspective. Don't look at it as a season where you're going to die. Don't look at it as a season where you will not produce. But I need you to look at this dark season as a time where God is simply developing you. He has you in the dark so that he can develop you. I'm being developed in the dark. I know it's a dark place. I know it's a lonely place. I know it's a difficult place. I know it's a hard place. I know you don't enjoy being there. It's a place of solitude. Some of you are even in seasons now, dark seasons, where you don't have a lot of people around you. It's just a handful of people, if anybody at all. And those places feel very dark and very lonely. But I've never seen a seed go underground and ask another seed to join them. Are y'all listening to me? I've never seen the seed go underground and then open its mouth and say, hey, seed, why don't you come over here and join me too? No. At most, there's only been a handful of seeds underground in one space at the same time. People don't plant 100, 200, 300 seeds at once. People plant about 4 or 5 seeds at a time. You know why? Because there are some dark seasons of your life that you sometimes have to go through either by yourself, watch this, by yourself, or with a select handful of people, watch, who also they themselves are being planted. Which explains why you and everybody in your circle are going through very similar things. It ain't accidental. All of y'all have been planted underground. And God has you planted underground, just a handful of you, because the greatest miracles are produced in darkness. Are y'all listening to me? Is this making sense to anybody this morning? Huh? Have you shared this video with anybody? You better tag 5 people quickly. I got one more benefit. But before you do, I want you to put it in the comments right now. Come on, I want you to put it in the comments right now. My miracle is being produced in the dark place. Come on. My miracle is being produced in the dark place. My miracle, you busy trying to run to the light. You busy trying to run to people to get them to understand you. You busy trying to run to people trying to explain yourself. Lord told me this morning, he says, tell them. He said, tell them they need to be comfortable in this dark season, even if they're comfortable by themselves. Get comfortable. Get comfortable. Get comfortable in this dark season, even if you got to be comfortable by yourself. Because miracles ain't produced in the light. Miracles ain't produced with 100 people hanging on you. Miracles are produced as seeds underground in dark places by themselves. There is a season called solitude. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. There is a season called solitude that every seed has to go through. That was good. There is a season called solitude. There is a season called solitude that every seed has to go through if it's going to rise and produce something great. Listen, y'all, when Jesus went in the grave, he didn't go in there with his buddies. He didn't go in there with his friends. His family didn't run in there with him. He was in there by himself. And there's some seasons you got to go through by yourself. And see, what we do is we mess up how we are produced when we try to pull people in seasons with us. When we try to pull people in dark spaces with them. Oh, I just need somebody to talk to. I just need somebody. No, maybe you need a season of solitude so that you can be produced underground and then prepare to come out and be what you're going to be called to be. There is a season called solitude that is good for your ability to grow in the darkness. Embrace it. Embrace it. You don't need a lot of people to produce. You don't need to be connected to a lot of people to produce. There are some seasons where you just need yourself, where you just need to go through it so that you can produce and become the best version of you that you've been designed to be. All right. Benefit number 3, and I'm done. This is a good right now word. Hope y'all listening to me. Benefit number 3, the third benefit of being in the grave. You ready for it? The third benefit of being in the grave is this. You can never come out of it if you never go in. Cue the shout music on this great Easter Resurrection Sunday. You can never come out of it if you never go in. Yeah, that's a benefit of being in the grave. You can never come out of it if you never go in. What you getting at, Pastor? Victory in your life does not come without a battle. Hate to break the news to you. Yes, There are some things that will happen for you that I call sweatless victories. There will be some things that you can manifest into your life that you will not have to work for, without a doubt. But let me tell you something. There are greater levels of victory that cannot happen in your life without a battle, without a grave, without a dark season. The contrast of the darkness is really what prepares you to walk in the light. The contrast of the darkness, the loneliness of the darkness, is really what prepares you for the joy of relationship, right? Many of you want these great and grand relationships, but you don't want to embrace the dark, lonely season. And I'm telling you, you can't embrace a full season of love and connection until you embrace a season of darkness and solitude. It's the contrast that presents the greatest blessing. You can't appreciate a season of being financially fit and sound until you have gone through a season of being financially stuck, barely paying your bill. I'm telling you, it takes that to get that. It takes this, rather, to get that. And so victory in your life does not come without a season of darkness. It does not come without a season of some battles. It does not come without a season of feeling like maybe you're in a grave, right? Because sometimes it can get so dark that you don't feel like you in just the dirt, you in a casket. It's casket dark. And I'm here to tell you, you ain't in a casket, you in the dirt. It's two totally different situations, right? So just because you've been placed under, just because you've been placed in a grave does not mean you stuck in it. Just because you've been placed in the dirt does not mean you are stuck in the dirt. In other words, let's stop being so final about where we are. This is helping y'all. Maybe I'm just teaching to myself. I'm gonna say this again. I want you to type it in the comments. Stop being so final about where you are. Stop being. Some of us get in flower pots, and because we've been in there for a while, because we've been in that seat for a while, we start treating it like a grave. It ain't final. This is not the final destination. And you've got to be willing to shoot your shot and talk and believe as if it's not the final destination. Stop being so final about where you are. Stop being so conclusive about where you are. You're not in the final place. You've got to understand that because you've been placed under does not mean you are stuck in. And there are some things in your life that's going to take a little bit longer to prepare than others. I was laughing because I finally was able to get to my grass one day this week before all that rain came. And I was finally able to get it. And I was cutting the grass and got through it. And the kids and I were talking about those trees, the shrubs that I've got in front of the house. And they're like, Daddy, were those trees there when you got here? I said, no, they weren't. There were some other trees, poor shrubs there. And I pulled them. I pulled every single shrub in the front. And then I bought the new shrubs that are out there. They're regular shrubs. And then I've got some hydrangeas. And then I've got this plant that they call a burning bush. And so when it's springtime, when it's fall time, it just looks like sticks. Then when it's spring, it blooms into red, like these red flowers on it. And it's a bright red. It's a very gorgeous shrub. And so it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's about 7 or 8 of them in front of my house, and they're huge. And I'm talking, they're probably all of them, the shrubs and the hydrangeas and the burning bush. They're probably all about 5 foot tall. They're tall, big shrubs. And they said, Daddy, when you got here, were they out there? I said, no, I pulled them and I planted those out there. They said, you put those big things out there? I said, no, I didn't put them out there like that. When I planted them, they was about this tall. They were about this tall. And Giselle Ford was like, no way, Dad, there's no way they was. I said, yeah, they were about this tall when I planted them. He said, how'd you do that? I said, I pulled out what was there, dug a hole. I took them out of the pot and submerged them underground. I watered them. I talked to them. I believe in talking to plants. Those of you that are into shrubbery, stuff like that, I believe you talk to your plants, they grow. And that's another whole word in and of itself. Because some of you have planted seeds, but then you stop talking about the seed. I swear they'd be running at rehab if we was in church today. Some of you have planted seeds, but then you stop talking about it. You planted seeds, but then you stop talking to them. And what you don't talk to won't have the inspiration to grow. So I believe in talking to my physical plants, but I also believe in talking to anything else that I plant, that I sow. Right? So just like the seed that I'm sowing today, the Super Sunday seed, I don't just sow the seed and just go about my business. No, when I sow my seed, I say, I need the seed to go do this, and I need you to grow in this area. I need you to you got to talk to your seed. So anyway, I ain't going to get sidetracked. And I said, yeah, I talked to it. They said, you was talking to the plants? Yeah, I talked to it. And they said, they grew into this. I said, absolutely. Listen, there are some things, it may take some time, but you've got to be willing to go under and realize that because you're going under, it doesn't mean you are stuck in. Everybody shouts about coming out without realizing the only way you can come out of something is if you first go in it. See, let me tell you what makes Easter and Resurrection Sunday so jacked up. What makes Easter and Resurrection Sunday so jacked up is that most churches and most believers, Christians, whatever, today will be shouting about Jesus coming out the grave. And while that's great, the most powerful part of the story is that he went in there in the first place. See, we're so busy trying to get excited about coming out of something that we lose sight of the fact that you can't come out of nothing that you ain't first willing to go into. This is a whole word. Is this making sense to anybody today, anywhere in America, wherever you are? You literally cannot come out of nothing you ain't first willing to go in. And so when you say stuff like, God, bring me out, what you're saying is, God, take me through. You are inadvertently saying, God, take me through every time you say, God, bring me out. God, bring me out of this. Bring me out of this financial situation. You are also saying, God, take me through so I can come out. God, bring me out of this bad job. You're also saying, God, take me through a rough career season so you can bring me out. God, bring me out of this bad health condition, or bring me out into good health. You're also saying, God, take me through some shaky health and teach me how to be disciplined so I can come out of it. We don't look at it that way. See, today is all going to be about folks shouting because he came out. But listen, Friday was the better day to shout. See, this is the perfect time to cue the organ and the track. Friday was the better day to shout because we already knew Sunday was going to happen. Jesus shot his shot. You thought he was lying? See, that's the approach you got to take. When you shooting your shot in your life and you saying the stuff going to happen in your life, when it happened, you got to have an attitude like, what y'all shout? Why y'all shouting on Sunday? You should have been shouting when I was broke Friday, but I told you I ain't going to always be broke. See, y'all done made me change my voice. If I was in church, I'd be screaming right now. See, everybody shouts when you get paid and you got the business and you debt free and you got a relationship. Everybody's shouting then, but not dang the time to shout. The time to shout is when I was lonely, when I didn't have no money, when I couldn't stay in my career. Friday is the day to shout. Sunday is the day to just be blessed and walk in it. Are y'all listening to me? Is this making sense? This is why I don't get 2 cents. I don't get 2 cents about shouting on Easter Sunday. I like to be excited on Friday, because the more exciting thing about coming out is being put in. Can I tell y'all something? I'm gonna say this to y'all. Because some of you had a hard year. Some of you have had a hard couple of months. Some of you, ever since the virus has started, you've had a very hard season. And let me say this to you. You had a hard time. You had a hard season, but I need you to go through it. Let me tell you something. You are being put in the grave so that you can come out of it. And I need you to stop shouting and praising God and being thankful for stuff that he brings you out of, and learn how to be thankful when he puts you in it. Can I say this to y'all? A sign that some things are about to get ready to turn around for you. Here's a surefire sign that God's getting ready to bring you out of something. You ready? Here's a surefire sign that God's getting ready to deliver you from something, that God's getting ready to fix something, that God's getting ready to handle something, that God's getting ready to solve something, that God's getting ready to correct something, that God's getting ready to heal something, that God's getting ready to deliver something, that God's getting ready to solve something, that God's getting ready to permanently fix something. The surefire sign that God's getting ready to do it is that he just set you in a dark place. There you go. Ain't overwhelming. Listen to me. If he just put you in a dark season, it's your Friday. Yep, that track beat. It's your Friday. It's if he just put you in a dark situation, in a dark spot, in a dark place, in a dark, uncomfortable, cold place, and you feel lonely and you feel in solitude and nobody, listen to me. If he just did it for you, that means you're getting ready to come out. It's Friday. I want y'all to put in the comments right now, it's Friday in my life. Man, are y'all listening to me? Put it in the comments right now. I don't care what it is you're going through in your life. I want you to put in the comments right now. It's Friday in my life. I don't know what day of the week it is in yours. I don't know what day of the week it is in your life, in your finances, in your relationships, in your career, in your money, in your health, in your wellness, in your family, whatever. I don't know what day it is in your life. While some of y'all just trying to get to Sunday, let me tell you something. It's Friday in my life. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's dark, it's cold, there's a lot of dirt, and it feels real lonely. But it ain't a bad day. It's Friday. And I'm shooting my shot. By the time Sunday gets here, whenever it gets here, by the time Sunday gets here, it will be proof that I wasn't just sat in a dark place to die. I was sat in so that I can go through. If it ain't dark in your life, then you ain't on Friday. So this message ain't for you. This is not the good timing for you. But many of you are tuned in this morning, and there's some dark place. You're in some dark places of your life. And you are really misreading where you are. You don't even realize that you ain't got but about 2-3 more days before you come out of what you're in. Y'all not even receiving the word I'm giving you. You don't even realize that if you're in this dark place, the moment you recognize it for what it is, the countdown begins. The moment you recognize this dark season in your life for what it is, the countdown begins. It no longer then feels like a grave. It no longer feels like unfair punishment. It no longer feels like woe is me. And all of a sudden, it feels like dirt that's covering you, that's preparing you, that is producing you in a dark season to come out as blessed as you've ever been before. I'm here to tell you, it's Friday. I know y'all thought it was Easter Sunday, and that's cool. It is Easter Sunday technically. But listen, some of y'all needed to be reminded that it's really Friday in your life. It's Friday right now. The pain, the hurt, the dark season, It's just Friday. That's all. It's Friday. And when you accept that it's just Friday, you recognize that Sunday is just 2 days away. Which means it won't be long now before the thing that you have been dropped in, you come out of. Are y'all listening to me? I'm done. I ain't got nothing else to say. I ain't got nothing else to say. Did this bless anybody today? This bless you? This remind you to take a look at your life in a different kind of way? Yeah, it's going to get hard. It's just Friday. Yeah, things are going to get rough sometimes. It's just Friday. Yeah, you're going to be in positions where it's going to feel like it hurts. It's just Friday. It's just Friday. Somebody going to ask you on your job tomorrow, child, what's wrong with you? Look, don't even go in and explain. Just tell them it's just Friday. They're going to be like, what? Today, Monday. Just say, look, it's just Friday. That's the only thing I can say right now. And sometimes when you're in your dark season, you have to remind yourself, it's just Friday. It's Friday. And 48, 72 hours later, it's going to be Sunday. And on Sunday, that's the day where I don't stay where I am, but I come out of what I am in, and I go through to become everything that I'm going to be. I'm telling you, try it. People are going to think you're crazy. What's wrong with you, girl? You look like you're down. I'm going through something, but it's just Friday. Just bear with me. I'll be good in a couple of days. Good God from Zion. Are y'all listening to me? Listen, you got a prayer request? I want to pray for you. I hope this message bless you today. This is a good Easter Sunday, good Resurrection Day Sunday. I want you to type your prayer request in the comments today. This is week 4. This is week 4 of praying for you. And week 4 praying for you. No, week 3 of praying for you. I'm getting ready to go into week 4 praying for you. Just you. Now I ain't praying for myself. I've been praying and laboring over your prayer requests. And I want to pray for you all week long this week. All right. You got a prayer request? I want you to type it in the comments right now. Come on. I want you to type it in the comments right now. Don't you dare let this Resurrection Sunday go by and you don't put in a prayer request. I need to know your request. I want to see your request. I'll go back and check out the replay if I cannot see it this morning. But I want to pray for you. I want to pray for your situation. I want to pray for your circumstance. I want to pray for your condition. I want to pray for your Friday. I want to pray for your Friday. That God literally brings you out of your Friday. You're not going to die in your Friday. You're not going to die in your Friday. Your situation, like the day, is just a day. Are y'all listening to me? Come on, put in your prayer request right now. What can I pray for? I want to pray for your family. Pray for your career. I want to pray for your health, your well-being. I want to pray for everything concerning you. I want you to just put it in the comments this morning. If you've got a prayer request that we cannot see, you can email that prayer request to me at info@rehabcc.org. That's info@rehabcc.org. Subject line prayer requests. All right. Subject line prayer requests. Good. I'm starting to see them coming in. I just haven't read them out loud, but I'm starting to see them come through. Thank you so much. Yes. And these are great prayer requests as well. Certainly praying for all of your families, loved ones, health and well-being. So many rich prayer requests this morning. This is good. Keep them coming. Come on. I'm going to give you about 40 more seconds. We've done well on time, but I want to take my time here. Is that okay? We've done well on time. I want you to type in your prayer request today. Come on. Good. They're rolling in now. Thank you. Type in your prayer request because I want to pray for you this week. I don't care what it is that you need, what it is that you're dealing with. You've got to be able to look at your life and say, it's just Friday. That's all it is. It's not that bad. It's dark. It's a little lonely. It's a little hurtful and confused, but it's just Friday. Your prayer request, your need is just Friday. That's it. It's just a day of the week. And it is a day that is going to pass, that is going to usher you into one of the greatest seasons of your life. It's just Friday. Come on, put in your prayer request in the comments right now, quickly. I want you to put in your prayer request right now. Whatever your prayer request is, I want you to type it in because I want to pray for you. I want to pray for your family. I want to pray for everything that it is that you need. Good prayer requests. Here they come. Good, good. Very, very good prayer request. Listen, I'm praying for your careers. I'm praying for the decisions that you make in every area of your life. I want you to level up and not down. I like that prayer request there. Whatever it is that you need from God, I want to pray for you. I literally believe God's going to do it. He's going to start answering your prayers. He's going to make you feel better about you so that you can feel better about your situation, so that you can feel better about your circumstance, so that you can feel better about where you are and what it is that God's bringing your way. Do me a favor, connect your hands like this as a sign, a symbol of faith. Would you do that? Connect your hands like this as a sign, a symbol of faith. Can't hold hands. We're not near one another. Even if we were in person, we still probably couldn't, though I would probably break the rules today. All right, good. Connect your hands like this. I need a trip as well. Somebody's put in there, I pray for a girl's trip. I need a trip too. And I'm going to make that trip a reality. It ain't going to be no need. It's about to happen. Amen. Come on. Connect your hands like this as a sign, as a symbol of faith. Would you do that and pray with me? Come on, let's do it. Father, in Jesus' name, I thank you today for your word. Thank you for this powerful, rich time you've given us to share in your word. I pray now that something was said that has challenged somebody, that has convicted somebody, that has encouraged mostly somebody today to recognize that it's not too late for them to start living. That while they may be in a dark place, that it's just a day, that it's just a season. It's going to pass. And that everything that they have been promised, everything that they believe, everything that they intend to see manifested, expected in their life, it is going to happen. Help us to understand that dirt and dirty situations are not designed to suffocate us. They're not designed to choke us out. They're designed to propel us into new levels of our lives that we have never experienced before. I speak this right now over everybody who is tuned in live, who is watching the replay, who even shares this video, that God, you would give them the strength not to die in a dark season, not to quit in a dark season, not to let life choke them out in a dark season, but help us all to realize that this is just a necessary stop in the direction, heading in the direction of everything that you've called us to be and more. Right now, God, for every prayer request that's come across this line, that's come across the airs, that's come across through the replay, that's come to our inbox, I speak to these requests now. I ask God that you would answer the prayers of your people, that you would prepare us to be in receiving mode, that you would align what it is that we pray for with what it is that we truly believe, that you would allow us to get into perfect alignment so that our beliefs and our requests not only line up, but so that they then create the magic necessary for everything that we desire to begin to come to pass in our lives. God, if you don't do nothing else this week, align the beliefs of your people with what it is that they pray for, with what it is that they ask for. Allow us to truly believe what we desire. And if you would do that, God, we know that this week will be filled with promises. This week will be filled with manifested expectations. This week will be filled with joy that we can't explain, that's greater than our circumstance. I thank you for these things, and I count them done in Jesus' name. Amen. Listen, you prayed that prayer with me. I want you to type in the comments right now. It's already done. Come on. It's already done. If you prayed with me, I want you to put it in the comments right now. It's already done. It's already done. It's already done. Come on. It's already done. It's already done. Put it in the comments right now. It's already done. Come on. You don't even realize that when you say amen in church, you're just saying it's already done. Amen means it is so. Come on, put it in the comments. It's already done. It is so. It's already done. It is so. It's already done. It is so. It's already done. Come on. It's already done. It is so. It's already done. It is so. It's already done. While you're typing that, if anybody wants to be saved today, what a better Sunday than Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday. If you want to be saved today, if you want to dedicate your life to Christ today, maybe you heard a message today. Maybe you heard something in this message that really resonated with your life, that really resonated with your circumstance, that really resonated with your condition. I want you to dedicate your life to Christ today. Listen, I want to pray with you. There's a prayer that I want you to repeat, that God literally wants to save you right where you are. You might be driving. You might be in your living room. You might be on your job. You might be taking a walk on this nice, beautiful Sunday. Whatever it is that you're doing, God wants to save you. And I want to say a prayer with you. I want to say a prayer that I want you to repeat. and that God literally wants to save you on one of the greatest days ever to be saved. And that's Resurrection Sunday. Romans 10:9 tells us that if we confess with our mouths, if we believe with our hearts that Jesus Christ is who he is, did what he did for us on this special day, that we are saved. Listen, if you really believe in today and you're not saved, you can be saved. I'm going to say that again. If you really believe in the power of today and you're not saved, that's an opportunity for you to be saved. And so if you want to be saved, regardless of where you are, who you are, I want you to stop what you're doing. I want you to repeat this prayer with me. Say this with me. I'm a sinner. I'm not perfect. I have some flaws. I have some failures. I've even made some mistakes. But I do believe that Jesus Christ was born of a virgin, lived on this earth just like I'm living. He suffered, bled, and died on the cross. And 3 days later, rose again for my sins. Because he lives, I can live, and I am saved. Listen, if you prayed that prayer, that good prayer on Easter Sunday, I want to welcome you to the royal family of Jesus Christ. Wow, you made a decision on the best day that ever existed to dedicate your life. And I want to welcome you to this large and royal family. Now, on this good Easter Sunday, as churches are starting to slowly open up, hopefully cautiously do it, open up, I want you to find your church home somewhere where you can be a part of that ministry, whether online or face-to-face. I want you to find that ministry and be a part of it, because now you need to be surrounded with other believers where you can grow. You need to be surrounded with other believers where you can continue to develop and mature in your spiritual walk. Doesn't mean you're going to be perfect. Doesn't mean you're going to do everything right. Doesn't mean that you're going to always make the best decision. It doesn't mean that. But it means that you need to be surrounded by other believers who can encourage you, who can help nurture you, and also be hearing a word that can empower you, hearing a word that can motivate you, and that can cause you to grow in ways that you've never been growing before. I want you to find that ministry and be a part of that ministry, okay? Because it's so important to be connected to a church somewhere, all right? If you don't have a church and maybe this ministry has blessed you, maybe this ministry has been a blessing to you, we would love for you to call this church home. We would love for you to call the Rehab Christian Center home. I would love to be your pastor, even if I'm your virtual pastor. I would love to be that. And so if you're interested in being a part of our ministry, you should see moderators on the screen. Just simply reach out to them and they will get some information from you. And we would love to welcome you in. Listen, we're not the largest church. We're not the biggest church, but we are the nicest church on the planet. And that's good enough for me. And I believe that the word is so plain here at the Rehab Christian Center that it really can be applied to any part of your life in a significant way. And that's a prayer that I've always had. I've never wanted to be the biggest or the best. I've just wanted to be the most effective. I wanted to be able to reach anybody, anywhere, at any time, on any level. And I believe the messages that are preached here and taught here do exactly that. And so just reach out to a moderator if you want to be a part of this ministry. And we would love for you to do exactly that. And we would love to welcome you to the Rehab Christian Center. Listen, it is giving time. This is Super Sunday. I want to challenge all of you. Super Sunday. We call every Sunday our capital campaign Sunday, where we sow a $99 capital campaign seed. And I want to challenge all of you to give your tithes, give your offering today, sow a seed, but also participate in this capital campaign. I'm participating in the capital campaign because I believe in giving. And it is because of giving that God continues to open doors and make ways for me. And so I want to challenge you today in a special way to give and to sow in our ministry. You can do it one of three ways. You can give via Cash App at $REHABCC Give. That's Cash App at $REHABCC Give. You can give through our website, www.rehabcc.org. That's www.rehabcc.org. Or you can give by texting REHABWORKS. Text REHABWORKS to 88202. Just text REHABWORKS to 88202. And you will see right to your cell phone some prompts. You can click on them and you can give right from your cell phone and be a blessing that way. Again, I'm going to give you the three ways you can give. You can give via Cash App, $REHABCC Give. That's $REHABCC Give. You can give through our website. Go www.rehabcc.org. www.rehabcc.org, or you can give through your cell phone directly by texting REHABWORKS to 88202. Text REHABWORKS to 88202 and right to your cell phone. You'll see the prompts, follow the prompts, and you can be a blessing to us from right then and there. But I want to challenge you to give today and watch God bless you in a tremendous way. Now, as you're giving, let me announce quickly, there will be no Life Study Tuesday. I want you to take this week to rest, to rejuvenate yourself, to spend time with your families, to spend time on your career, to spend time on the things that you have mapped for your life. I don't think we've had a break all year. I believe we've been on every single Tuesday for the entire year. And so no life study this Tuesday. This is the end of, or the beginning of ending of the first quarter. And so I want to challenge you to take Tuesday off, enjoy yourselves, work on your goals, work on your aspirations, work on the things that you've got going on in your life. And I will see you next Sunday at 9:08 a.m. All right. I will see you next Sunday at 9:08 a.m. sharp for another powerful message from God. Again, no life study this Tuesday. We'll make sure that they put their reminders out there on social media this week. There's no life study this Tuesday at 7:08. I will see you again next Sunday, the Lord willing. And like the old folks say, and the creek don't rise. I'll see you next Sunday at 9:08 a.m. sharp. Take this week, enjoy yourself. Hopefully enjoy a week of good weather. But I want you to enjoy this week and use this as a week of reflection on your Friday so that you can begin to change your perspective concerning the situation that you're in, and so that you can feel better about where God is taking you. All right. Listen, I hope this message blessed you. If you have not already, I need you to like this video, love this video, fill it up with hearts. If you are tuned in on Instagram, I need to see a like for every viewer. If you're on Facebook, I need to see a like for every viewer. YouTube, a like for every viewer. So like, love this video, share this video, subscribe to our channel on YouTube, subscribe to our channels on Instagram and Facebook. And then I want you to enjoy your Sunday. Have a fantastic Sunday. Get some rest today, but enjoy yourself, whatever way you choose to do it. And remember, it's not too late to live. I don't care where you are. I don't care what you're dealing with or going through. God has everything under control. All right. Listen, guys, I love you. I'm praying for you. I'm rooting for you. Have a fantastic week. And I will see you next Sunday. All right. Peace and blessings.
Thank you for watching the Rehab Christian Center live experience. If this broadcast has been a blessing to you and you would like to be a blessing to our leader, Dr. Zeb Talley III, you can sow a seed into his ministry by Cash App at $Pastor ZT3. It is our prayer that this message of hope encouraged, enlightened, and empowered you to be better. Please tune in Tuesday at 7:08 p.m. for our life study experience. And as always, be blessed and have a wonderful week.